Hello again, it's Tom Sullivan from Cigar, and we are here today with a guy that really needs no introduction. But side note, one of my dearest friends inside and outside the cigar business. We're here in New York City. John and I first met about 15 years ago, and we were both in much different places in our professional career, and our relationship, our friendship has grown over the years. And I had to just get that in because when I see a product like this, creation of John's company and John's, it's part of a long process that started many years ago. I mean, this product has its roots actually in products like Cigar, which was one of John's first creations in the cigar business, the original La Vieja Viana. And so for our customers to understand that these projects just don't happen independently in a vacuum, it's part of an artistic continuum. And it's really great to have you here, John. Thanks very much for helping us out.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Thank you guys so much for having me for this.
Tell us a little bit about what your direction and Steve Saka's direction was in the creation of Undercrown. What was the main thought you had? What were you trying to achieve from the standpoint of flavor and taste?
Well, you know, first of all, before we get into any one product in particular, let me begin by saying that, you know, we have been working together now for whether it's been in a strategical partnership way, or just been as friends helping each other and talking about different things about the industry, close to 15 years. And we both brought different things to the table. And one thing I know that you've always respected about Drew Estate and about myself in particular has been the concept of innovation. And on the other side, what I've always respected about you is your experience in the industry and everything you've seen and the mistakes you know to steer away from. So we've always had different qualities that we brought to the table. And as your business grew,
there's been synergy there.
And as your business grew, and as Drew Estate grew, we were able to realize those synergies because of the friendship that was there. Always made our defenses come down, and we were always able to really work with each other and be open, ask each other for advice and stuff. So, you know, our company and yours has grown together over all these years, and that has allowed us to bring to your consumers, your stores who you service, a lot of things about your state that others don't have. Other distributors just don't have what you have because of the relationship, which how many times we were in New York together and we did different things and crashed and talked all night long, falling asleep, and the other guy wake up. You know, we've had such a long experience, so that's why with your company, we've always trusted you guys and always allowed you to be able to offer the best pricing to your customers. That's a huge benefit, that when your customers buy cigars from you to resell in their stores, they're buying the cigars the same way as Drew Estate would do it. And we don't do that with everybody. And we do that with you because we know we can always count on your guys, you know, ethics to be able to promote the products the right way and offer the products to our mutual customers in often cases the right way. So let me first start by saying that our system together, Drew Estate and your company's system together, has allowed us to offer everybody the best prices and the best deals and the best products that Drew Estate has to offer. The product that you're asking me about now has a lot to do, it's called Liga Undercrown. And let me explain what it is. You see, Drew Estate, as we evolved from La Vieja Viana to acid, to natural, ambrosia, natural, and all these different brands, we're a company who doesn't make a lot of brands for people. So when you want a Drew Estate brand, you got to buy it from Drew Estate. A lot of these companies who make cigars for all these different guys, they make a million cigars where everybody knocks on their door. So you're able to buy 100 things from these different places, and it doesn't mean anything bad. It's just a different strategy. At Drew Estate, our strategy is based on making premium cigars, shipping them to ourselves in the United States, and then distributing the cigars out to your stores, and in some cases, strategic relationships. And one of the big turning points at Drew Estate has been the Liga Privada brand. And the Liga Privada brand, which many of you have seen before, This is one of the unique sizes of it from the Unicorn series, which is called the Dirty Rat. Okay, named after Thomas because he's a very dirty rat. No, just joking. It's named after Fat Boy Jesse in Nicaragua. And the Dirty Rat is part of the Liga Privada brand. And, you know, the Liga Privada brand is only sold in a couple hundred stores nationwide. It's something that we do. It's more of a halo product. But when we get down to the real product that I'm most proud of, this is the one right here. It's the Undercrown. And the Undercrown, as you can see, it's Liga Privada. It's a Liga Undercrown, where Liga Privada will retail from $12 to $16 a stick, a Robusto at $12. The Robusto in the Undercrown, in the Liga Undercrown, will retail at $7.45, more tax, plus tax. But it also comes celloed and SKU, the whole thing. So the Liga Undercrown, which is also a dark wrapper, it's a true Maduro, it's a San Andreas Maduro wrapper. This product is a Liga. It's where Liga Privada, typical number 9 and 52, where those cigars. It's my money shot right there. So while Liga Privada is a mild to medium to full in strength, closer to full, the Undercrown, this one here, is medium to full, a little bit closer to medium. And what we essentially do, and this is great because you're able to offer your customers a product that guys can smoke every day. You see, the most important thing to remember about True Estate is that, as Tom knows me many years, a third of my life or more, actually, almost half my life, we've always catered to blue-collar guys, and I am proud to say it. Our guys are military, police guys, firemen, EMT guys, teachers. That's my customers. I mean, of course, we sell to attorneys and janitors too, but it's the blue-collar guys that makes up the core audience of True Estate. So it's always been difficult for me to sell the regular Liga Privada because even though they sell out before they even hit the stores, it's a very expensive product. No, I said I don't feel comfortable. I don't hate charging a lot for a cigar. Where Liga Privada Undercrown, we're able to offer the cigar at the true blue-collar guy price, which is $7.45 to $9.50. Now, of course, we have popular price cigars that are below that, but at this price level, we're able to offer this quality. You see, you can't offer this quality at $6. It's just impossible. The only reason we're able to offer this quality at this price is because, remember, this and this are very closely tied together. The Liga Privada, all of these leaves that we buy for a Liga Privada, when we buy these leaves, we're too big of a company to just come in and buy the Ligero, which is the strength leaf, and then not buy the rest of the plant. I have to buy the whole plant. So parts of the different, there's 7 different plants that go into this product. Those plant leaves are plant positioned within the cigar. There's many parts of that plant that I've already paid for at my factory that I haven't used. So the beauty of the Undercrown is that we're using other parts of the same plant, same vintage, same crops for the Undercrown. So what that means is I'm able to offer this product at a tremendous discount, essentially, to the Liga Privada, because you're getting crop product that's been stored at even extra age because the product has been sitting. So it's the blend. That's what everybody loves about the Liga Undercrown. It's the blend. It's that rich. It's got just that amount of spice that today's market wants. 70% of the people who smoke cigars, 71%. Medium body. This is a true medium-bodied stick with just an extra notch of pepper, with just an extra notch of flavor, real genuine, gritty tobacco flavor. Little rough, little edgy, what I like to call meaty and gritty, but at the same time it's a refined, balanced smoke, and when you think about other cigars that have this wrapper, what would you think about? A real good product you think about maybe is the Mi Amor, is the Ashton, the La Roma de Cuba Mi Amor. Great product. Great product, who uses a San Andreas wrapper the right way. This product uses the San Andreas wrapper.
What do you mean by the right way? What's the right way? What's the wrong way?
It all has to do, when you talk about tobacco, okay, especially let's talk about wrapper, there's 2 ways you can talk about wrapper, only 2. One is called priming, and the other called stalk cutting. When you prime a tobacco leaf, everything grows on a stalk. And guess what? Just like any other plant, at the top it has a flower, right? Well, you clip that flower. So the nutrients of the water and the nutrients of the plant are coming up into the leaves. Those leaves have at the bottom the weakest leaves and the middle the strength leaves, okay? When a tobacco farmer takes those leaves and wants to put them in a curing barn, in a barn they'll turn from green to yellow to orange to red to brown. What he's doing is he's taking those plants, the long stick with the leaves on it, and he's priming the plant, taking the leaves from the bottom up. That's why sometimes you see just a stick and at the top are these leaves, because the bottom is where you harvest it. So you're harvesting each
People
section.
think the plant is dead at that point. It's not.
They're harvesting one section at a time. They'll take the leaves over the head of. The difference between that, what we call stalk cutting, is when you take the whole plant, the whole stick with all the leaves on it, clip it at the bottom, put that in the barn, turn it upside down, and hang it in the barn. So those are the two ways. Priming, where you're pulling the leaves, putting them on hands and hanging them. And the second way, which is priming, cutting the whole stalk, hanging the stalk in the barn upside down. This product, when you talk about doing things the right way, when you prime a tobacco plant, and then you look for those primings to put them on a cigar, because you're going to use up the Seiko de Viso de la Hera. For this, we do it's a late harvest, and additionally to a late harvest is, we use the thickest of the leaves for this product, for the Undercrown. So these San Andreas leaves, which is from Mexico, which we're proud to say, we don't make no Mexican puro, we make a Mexican blended, because this only the wrapper is from Mexico, the San Andreas, which is the cream of the crop of San Andreas. It's the pride of San Andreas. We use that thick, heavy wrapper leaf that's at the top of the plant, Aviso and Aligero, and that will become the wrapper. I mean, look at it. You can see the wrapper on your tongue.
It's very uniform.
It's very uniform, but even separate from uniform, it is just thick and dense. It's dense.
It's not particularly oily. It's dense.
Right. But what does that mean when something is extremely dense? It means what? It means the most important thing.
Loaded with flavor. To me, that's what it denotes.
That's what it denotes. But why is it loaded with flavor? Because the thicker the leaf, the longer you can put it in a pilon. Understand? If the leaf is thin, you put it in the pilon too long.
Pilon is how you ferment tobacco.
A big bulk of how you ferment tobacco. A big bulk of tobacco. So what are you going to do? You put thousands of pounds, 12,000 pounds or so into a bulk of tobacco, a big pile. And then when it hits a certain temperature, you undo it, shake out the leaves, and make a new pile. And when you do it 2 weeks later, move it back. And when you do it back, so you just move the pile one back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You're curing out, so you're doing it by hand. What are you using? Pressure, condensed pressure. You're putting short fill and bands on the top, and a little bit of moisture, and one other thing that people forget, airflow. Airflow is critical.
Just like composting, if there's no airflow, you're not
It's the
going to
same thing. As a kid, you rake the leaves, and your mother said, Thomas, put the leaves in the bag. And you never put the leaves in the bag, what could happen? Put your hand in there, what happens? Hot. Why? Because it's curing. That's all tobacco. Tobacco is it's a lettuce, it's a cabbage, it's a plant. All we're doing with this, the Chinaman eats with 2 twigs, all this stuff is the same thing. It's a simple, break it down to the bottom compound, is tobacco is a simple, very simple function, but it's the finesse. It's the finesse that gives. That's the artistry. That's why when you smoke True Estate cigars, that's my promise. When you smoke True Estate cigars, you guys will know you're selling our product. What about the draw about True Estate that you never forget? It's the best in the world. It's the best in the world in uniform. Because our draw, we don't have no draw machines. We don't believe in them. Those draw machines suck. Anybody who says anything different, they don't know what they're talking about. A draw machine is useless. It doesn't have any function at True Estate factory because they don't work. What you need is rollers and punchers who know how to roll cigars and punch cigars every single day. And by doing that, you have to have a lot of supervisors, which we're strong at. You've been to our factory, you know. Every single True Estate product, levels of supervision, weighing the tobacco, checking the tobacco for humidity, texture and humidity is basic fundamentals of creating a product like Undercrown. Now, you guys know we make the acid, we make the natural. In the acid line, we even do the Ronin Deluxe, and the Ronin Ridiculoso, which are great products, Tom, that you helped to create and now, of course, market for us. And
Isla del Sol.
Isla del Sol is our value product. You know, every time we make a Java cigar, and every time we make the Tobacco Special, we have clippings from that cigar. So what we do with the Isla del Sol is it's what's called a 70-30, but we even go a little further, like an 80-20 on that product. And what that is unique, because when you have a 70-30 blend, it means that 30% of that tobacco is the clippings from Java and from Tobacco Especial. The other 70%, or sometimes 80%, depending on the size, is what? It's new tobacco that's been fermented, of course, but it's been infused with all of the emulsified coffees that we use to create. So what it is the same thing. It's a value brand of Java Tobacco Especial. That's what Tobacco Especial Isla del Sol is. It's a value brand because remember, we're blue collar guys. My dad, he'd never been able to afford a Java. But guess what? He always wanted to smoke a great cigar. He deserves it. So we got to give him a cigar that draws well. It's got the right taste. It's got the right philosophy behind it, which has to do with combustion, flavor, taste, temperature, humidity. All of those things are important. So these are the brands. This is the cornerstone of True Estate. Is this? Is that you don't need 3 and 4 and 5 generations of making cigars to be able to make the quintessential perfect cigar for what your aim is. And one thing that I always said to Tom is, you know what, Tom? People can't do what we do because people don't think the way we think. It's hard to outwork True Estate because we get up early when the roosters are crowing at 4:30. That's when I get up, and I go to bed at 4. That's a half an hour sleep, and I'm doing it for you guys and for Thomas here. We're not sleeping much.
I can't say that it's a lie.
No, we're working for you guys because let me tell you something. Everybody who's against us, we got to work twice as hard as the next guy. We have to come out with brands that taste twice as good as the next guy. Everything was against
innovation. Respect to innovation. You try to do things.
History.
You try to be the first at what you do. Now, on Undercrown, we've just started to receive the first shipments of this into our warehouse. So this is in the very early stage of the product being placed into the market. I have to tell you, in terms of a very traditional product, we have not had the anticipation from our customers for any product of yours or anybody like we've had for this. This is the first time in years we've had back orders which we've still not been able to fill previous to the product even being launched.
You want to know what?
So I have to take my hat off. Well, I think you've done a great job.
I want to tell you
your reputation is
you want to know why though? I'm going to tell you why. Not everybody's going to love any brand. There's many brands I love. The Bean product, an Ashen product, Padron, my favorite. I got not just what I make. I like a lot of brands. I like full-body steaks. But I'm going to tell you why this brand has had the anticipation it's had. You know why? It's because you get in a $12 to $16 stick for $7 to $9 all day long. Because this product is a function of Liga Privada. It's a function of it, so people know what Liga is. They want it. They want it desperately. But we're not going to go and screw it up. We can make an extra $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8 million a year, 1,000 accounts, and sell Liga Privada all day long. Then we're going to ruin what we've worked so hard to do. It has been such a struggle for us. Drew Estate are not the answer. We're the Drew Estate guys. This product is what put us on the map in terms of the Drew Estate guys. This product is the next evolution, it's the next stage of that, and we did it right. We created a product that really gives it. You smoke that cigar, that lush, it's just lush, man. It's got that medium body, the flavor, the texture. When I smoke a cigar, Tom, you might be the same way. When I smoke a cigar, there's 2 things I'm looking for. That's it. I heard somebody one day say, well, there's only 4 things you can taste. Salt, sweet, whatever. Let me tell you something. You taste what you taste. Leather, okay? You taste what you taste. Wood, earth, grit, dirt. All the things you taste that are in your mind, forget what someone writes in a book. You only taste 4 things. You taste what you taste, what's in your mind. This is what this product is. When I smoke cigars, there's 2 things I look for. I look for complexity, which, let me be clear with you what complexity is. When you smoke Undercrown or any product, complexity is as it's smoked and moving down the line, is it changing and having layers of
journey?
Is it a journey, but meaning does the flavor of the cigar change as you're smoking it? The second thing, which is similar, if you don't listen carefully, you'll miss it. It's called texture. It has nothing to do with complexity. It has to do with, at that particular moment, just as you light that cigar, or when you're here at that moment, does the cigar have texture to it? Layers. Does it have layers? That's why. What's the binder on this? T52. Dirty Rat, what's the wrapper on it? T52. We're using it as a binder on the Undercrown. Boom. Filler. Brazilian, and Nicaraguan. You got a great combination. You got 4 countries: Nicaragua, Brazil, San Andreas, Mexico, and the United States. Look at that Connecticut River Valley. Come to my Facebook, Jonathan Drew on Facebook. You learn something about the Connecticut River Valley. I just posted something yesterday. You got to stay on top of what we're doing, man. You know what, Tom? You know. We're innovating, and we're innovating not just to create something new. I want to have something new. If I had nothing new, you know how many years it was? We didn't release a new brand for 4 years. This has been the first Drew Estate release in 4 years, right here. That's it. You're looking at it. These other guys are releasing 2-3 brands a month, 2 brands a year. Okay, we're releasing 1 brand every 4 years because we're going to do something right. We're going to put something out that's going to sell in the store, number 1. But number 2, it's going to give, there's a reason to be. There's a reason for this product. There's a reason for acid, ambrosia, Isla del Sol, natural, all of these products. Stick a Chateaubriand. We get a dog every now and then. But you know what?
What's the reason to be? What reason?
All day long, everybody loves Liga Privada. But not everybody can get it, not everybody can afford it. Now you can get it, and now you can afford it. That's a reason to be. It's the reason to be. It would be like you saying, hey, you know what? I want to get your Toro Fuente Opus X at half the price. Well, here's our, you know what I'm saying? Here it is. Look at that. One. See that? How we doing that? This way? Look at that.
Can you envision down the road, John, that the Undercrown might take
the bourbon is kicking in,
a fork in the road and start to develop blends that are divergent from the traditional Liga Privada blend?
Such as what?
Maybe a natural wrap.
Oh yeah, we're doing it now. We're working right now with a...
Tell us a little bit about that.
You know, to answer your question, let me answer your question about other wrappers. We're right now working with a Habano Ecuador, which is that beautiful creamy color. It's not Connecticut.
No, I know.
Because Connecticut's too mild in taste. It's good. People buy it all day long. For a guy like me, it's too mild.
It has great appearance, a great performance, but for people that want something with a little more flavor, it might lack.
Connecticut Shade is a wonderful product, especially from Ecuador. Nothing to put it down. Habano from Ecuador is 1 step up in strength and 1 step up in class because it's rounder, richer. It's got a little bit more. It's got more texture. Again, texture. When you're selling cigars in the store, you can talk about texture, and you say, "Yeah, I said 30 seconds, 10 seconds, 1 second texture." Texture is a lifetime about texture of tobacco. When you're smoking a cigar that has depth, it has layers to it, that's texture. Texture is a matter of perception and influence, and it's a matter of the taste. When you use a Connecticut binder, a Brazilian binder, and match it up with Brazilian tobacco, Nicaraguan, Honduran tobacco, you're creating texture. Texture is depth in taste, and it gives you, when you just get a little taste on your front of your mouth and the tongue, that's a cigar that's got no texture. It's got no depth. It's a waste of time. What you want is you want your whole mouth to be consumed, the grit and everything, all the layers of the tobacco. That's what this product gives you. Undercrown, Liga Privada, it gives you texture. And that's the brands that I've mentioned even in this video that I like, are brands that have deep texture to them. In my rotation, I know you. You don't just smoke Drew Estate, you love an Ashton, a Padron. This is the caliber of smoking. You smoke many brands, you know, I know you do. And me too, because, you know, premium cigars these days, especially Nicaraguan tobacco, Drew Estate makes no puros. Joya de Nicaragua, Padron, those make a real true puro Nicaraguan tobacco. Beautiful cigars, puro. We make blended tobacco. We blend from Nicaragua, Honduras, Dominican Republic, Brazil, Mexico, all of these countries, okay? And we blend these tobaccos together. We age them, we cure them, we blend them. So that the flavor that they're given has depth to it. And another word you might use is character. Stuff that's around the front of your tongue or just on the sides that gives you no full character and taste, what does everybody forget? What you smell. If you don't smell the great smell of a cigar, and people go, "Oh, what are you smoking? It smells like a bad fart." That ain't us. Our stuff smells beautiful, like rich, dense, rich, earthy, heavy, creamy, at the same time strong. So you know what I'm saying? We're looking at tobacco And with you guys, we've been able to work so much with you guys to be able to offer those products at a fair price. That's why, you know, I'm very appreciative for this time and having us on your presentation today, because we got to explain a little bit. Trust me, www.cigarsafari.com, www.drewestate.com. Come and learn a little bit. Come to our website. Now we have the new app hitting. Okay, and you know, we don't do retail sales. It's not our business. You guys do retail sales. Drew Estate does no retail. We don't own any website. We don't own any retail store. We don't own any showroom. We are not in competition with any retailer at all. Even a 1/10 of 1%. Nothing. That's very rare in the cigars. So Drew Estate's your best friend. Remember that always. We don't compete with any retailer at all in any way, shape, or form. We're here to help. We're here to be we're part of the value chain, and we know our position. So we're your retailer's best friend. I think we're the only guys who don't compete in any way, shape, or form. No showroom, no retail, no internet, no nothing. And I don't. Maybe someday we'll have a lounge or something, but not for the next couple of years minimum. You know, our goal is to produce cigars. We don't even have a farm. We're not farmers. That's not what we do. Not yet. What we do is produce cigars every day.
Blend. Blend is a key word. Blend for flavor, for texture.
Blending is
in an innovative way. Innovation has always been
a lot of
the linchpin to making your product stand out above the crowd. Now, not everyone's going to like that. You know for enough now that there's something in your portfolio for every premium cigar
and every price point.
You hit every price point, and as we know, there's going to be a lot more coming. John, I cannot thank you enough.